morning, student. Today we start the intestinal juice, also called the succus intestinus. The crypts of the liver cone, which is found in whole of the small intestine, forms the cells which migrates up the bolus and secretes the intestinal juice, also called the succus entericus. In the pure form, it is difficult to collect because it is mixed up with the bile and pancreatic juice, and also it is difficult to collect because the length of the intestine is so long. This is change होगा ना start her बोलो now the composition and function. Daily secretion is about 2 to 3 liters per day. A specific gravity 1.010 and is isotonic with plasma. Reaction is slightly acidic to slightly alkaline. pH 6.3 to 9 and average pH is the 8.3. Now the composition. Most of part of the intestinal juice is water. So water is 98.5% and solid is 1.5%. In solid, inorganic and organic constituent is formed. First of all, inorganic, it is 0.08% and contains cations, means sodium, potassium, magnesium, and anions. It contains chloride and bicarbonates. And organic 0.7%. Now the enzymes, they are located in the luminal border of the epithelial cells. First one is the enterokinase, also called the enteropeptidase. It activates the trypsinogen into the trypsin. Next, the proteolytic enzyme. It contains rhabdin. Rhabdin is a mixture of enzymes containing dipeptidase and aminopeptidase, and several enzymes acting on different fractions of the nucleic acid such as nuclease, nucleotidase, and nucleosidase. And third one is the arginase, acts on arginine and producing urea and ornithine. Third one is the carbohydrate splitting enzymes. First one is the amylase, found in traces and acts on the starch and dextrose. Second one is the sucrase, digest cane sugar. Third one is the maltase, acts on the maltose. And fourth, lactase, it breaks the lactose. Fourth, intestinal lipase, it is the fat splitting enzyme, so it helps in the digestion of the fat. Fifth, the other enzymes, alkaline phosphatase, cholesterol esterase, it converts cholesterol ester to the free cholesterol. Now the function of the intestinal juice. The intestinal juice activates the enzymes present in the pancreatic juice. Example, trypsinogen. It converts to trypsin with the help of the enterokinase present in the intestinal juice. Trypsin then activate other proteases enzyme, so digest polypeptides into amino acid and completing protein digestion. And last one is that it also neutralizes acid of the stomach and duodenum. Now the mechanism of secretion of the intestinal juice. During fasting, very little secretion of succus entericus takes place. The flow starts about 1 hour after a meal and increases in the third hour, persists for some times at the high level. Means after taking of the food, the in a secretion of the intestinal juice will increase, and at the level it increases at the top, and at the top at high level, and then after completion of the digestion and absorption the rate gradually declines. Now the mechanism. Under normal conditions, presence of food in the intestine acts as a mechanical irritant which reflexly stimulates the secretion of Ssarcus entericus through the local nerves. Vagal stimulation stimulates secretion of Ssarcus entericus. On a stimulation of the sympathetic nerves, secretion of Ssarcus entericus is inhibited, but when cutting the nerves results in the marked increase of the secretion. This secretion, known as paralytic secretion, and is increased by the piezosigmin and inhibited by atropine. It is therefore dependent upon some cholinergic mechanism in the intestine. So it is found that the product of digestion of some foods like protein stimulates secretion of Ssarcus entericus even when the parts are completely denervated. So it is therefore a chemical effect will occur here. Now some applied. Malabsorption syndrome. Some common causes of malabsorption syndromes are resection of the small intestine, tropical sprue, celiac disease, and radiations induced enteritis. Now first of all, the resection of a small intestine. Excision of the small intestine must be more than 50% to interfere with the digestion or absorption. And resection of the whole small intestine except duodenum, jejunum and ileum shows 99% of the ingested carbohydrates are absorbed, 70% of proteins is absorbed, but fat absorption is depleted and hampered and produces diarrhea, fatty infiltration of liver and cirrhosis of liver, steatorrhea, that is condition in which increased fat excretion in the fishes, and last one is the decreased absorption of fat soluble vitamins, that means A, D, E and K. Now the gastrocolic fistula. In this condition, food bypassing directly from stomach to transverse colon and causes pernicious anemia due to the failure of absorption of vitamin B12 and defective absorption of amino acid.